Hi everybody, this is Shashank Kasliwal, and today we are going to move forward with our sutras. So the first sutra we saw that how the blind mind asks introspection, that what did my evil tendencies do when they met the noble qualities. That is, Dhritarashtra asks Sanjay that what did my sons Kauravas do when they met the Pandus, the son of Pandu, the Pandavas. And I had requested you to note down all your sorrows, what you feel makes you sad, and dive deep inside to see the cause of your sorrow by not labeling people that how bad they are or criticizing them, but seeing your inner weakness, that because of that weakness those people did what they did. Yeah. So moving forward, to eradicate the suffering, the misery that one lives in, the anxiety, the neurosis, we will look what Lord Krishna have to say about having a clear mind. So, today we will take up sutras from sutra number 2 to sutra number 7, wherein Sanjay replies to Dhritarashtra that what exactly his sons are doing when they met at the field of Kurukshetra, the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Sanjay replies that Duryodhana is basically praising the opponent's army, the strength that the opponent's army has, and how great they are. They have Bhim, they have Arjun, they have so many big fighters there in their opponent's army. So one thing that needs to be looked through these sutras from number 2 to number 7 is that Duryodhana, in spite of being a negative person, is not suffering from any inferiority complex. He is internally confident, unlike our good people today, which exists, which are working, who are working, and in spite of all their goodness, deep inside they feel underconfidence, which means they are unable to communicate what they communicate. They cannot express what they feel. Say for example, if you ask for a suggestion from them, they won't tell you that how good or how bad it is, but they would always try to keep a good face, and they would say, yeah, it's perfect, in spite of them not liking it the way it should be. So one has to understand the biggest suffering that the biggest cause of suffering is inferiority complex. And let me tell you, there is nothing as such superiority complex, because people who feel superior like to meet people who are inferior. So in deeper sense, superiority complex is also an inferiority complex. A person suffering from complex, inferiority complex, will always like to meet someone further inferior than him. And if you come across such a person in a confident state, then they won't like it. They would start playing games. They would start, designing plans. They'll start designing plans to throw you out of the group, throw you out of the circle. Yeah. So one has to understand that why this happens. What is the cause of inferiority complex? That's our sutra today. That's the question that you need to answer to yourself. That am I comparing all the time my acts, what I say, what I think, what I have with other people? Am I always in a comparative mode? Yeah. And because of that, I keep on trying to change myself. And this very changing yourself is the problem, which creates stress and sadness. Enlightenment is, which is again a heavy word. So don't take the enlightenment what Buddha says. I'm simply saying in our language, in the normal parlance, that comparison takes away your energy to feel good. Comparison hijacks your perception, hijacks your direct perception. You're no longer able to see things the way they are, but you see things from a domain of the past experiences. That what went wrong, what was the lack I had in the past, so that now I don't have that. Such people are never living in the present, and that is one of the reasons to look through these sutras that how one can get out of this incessant thinking which keeps us in the past. So one cause is being inferior. So today your assignment is make a list of all your inferiority complex. Make a list of all those people with whom you compare yourself, and whatever you genuinely find uh, good in them, please go and appreciate them.